What's up, guys? It's your boy Jai back with another video. This is just the part 2 to the part 1 series that we were talking about Forex candles. I did with analyzing Forex charts, right? So if you didn't get a chance, go check that out before checking this video out, because that ties into this video. You know what I'm saying? This is the part 2. So, we're gonna get back started with everything. So yeah, Candlesticks for Beginners part 2. And this, once you finish completing the part 2 series, you'll be a step closer in learning how to be profitable in these Forex markets. You know what I'm saying? You'll learn how to read these candlestick time frames. You'll understand support and resistance and bears versus bulls. That's what we're going to be going over today in this video. So, note takers are money makers. So guys, make sure y'all getting y'all notes out. Make sure you're taking notes, because that's how we know that we're retaining the information. You have to actually write it down so the information will stick, So without further ado, so candlestick time frames. Every candlestick on a Forex chart has a certain time frame, right? So if you're on a daily time frame, that means that's the candle for that day, like that whole entire day. A Forex day starts at 5 and it ends at like 5. So it's like from 5 to 5, a Forex day is happening. That's a 12-hour day. So that's basically a 12-hour candle. You see what I'm saying? It'll take that daily candle 12 hours to form, but then you'll go down to like other time frames. You have 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying? You have 15-minute time frames, you have 5-minute time frames, and you have 2-minute time frames. So this means whichever time frame you are on, this tracks how much the exchange rate prices have moved in that amount of time, right? So if you have a daily time frame, that's the amount of time it took for that candle to form. The daily, it took a day, like 5 to 5, 12 hours. But then you have 15-minute, you have 5-minute, and then you have 2 minutes. But you have other time frames, but that's just to kind of explain that to y'all. Support and resistance. So this is going into a deep, this is going more into deep analysis. Like, this is where we start really seeing how the prices move. You see what I'm saying? Because in chart analysis, support and resistance levels are points in the market where price tends to typically turn around in the opposite direction, right? So we have resistance levels. This is a resistance level right here. What is a resistance level? So a resistance level are basically levels in the market where prices decline to go any higher. So this means we typically don't see price shooting past that point. Once we get to that point, we see price starting to go down. And resistance levels are they're usually set directly above where prices have moved, right? You can think of resistance levels as ceilings. You can put this, you see this red area right here, this is our resistance level. Why? Because every time we got to this level, that price shot back down in the opposite direction. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we mean about resistance. We typically see price resisting that level. So whenever we see that, we know that the price will typically go in the opposite direction. And then you have the support levels, and the support levels are levels in the market where price declines to go any further. So support levels are usually set directly underneath where exchange rate has moved. Think of those as support, think of support as floors, because you can't really go up under this level. You might shoot down right here, but typically you shoot right back up into this level, right? So support and resistance is very important, because that's how we know, that's how we make our money. That's how we see where the prices is going to go. That's how we see, that's how we basically map out our prices. So bears versus bulls. So when you're looking at stocks, you'll probably see people talking a lot about bears and bulls, right? You're like, what the heck are they talking about? But bears are basically another word for sales in the market. So you will hear investors say, a down market, like a market that's dropping, that is a bearish market, because that's just the terminology for it. That's just how they, you know what I'm saying? That's just the terminology, the slang for it, I guess. The bearish market, you'll see it whenever you see sales happen. That's when the bears are typically in the market, because bears signifies sales. And then bulls are another word in the market to represent buys, or when the exchange rates are rising. You know, bulls means we're going up, and then bears means we're going down, right? So I'm gonna pull out a chart for you guys so we can see, like, we can go over candlesticks a little bit more in detail, so we won't just be on these slides, because these slides, they help you, but it won't really make sense until you're on an actual chart. So let's dive into a chart. All right, guys, so here we are on SPX 500. This is actually one of my favorite trade. This is one of my favorite markets to trade, typically because there's a lot of money in this market. You know what I'm saying? This is a stock. This is an individual stock, and you are allowed to trade stocks on Forex. They just made it available for you to trade, so it's going to take a little bit more money than just a regular currency pair. But we're going to learn about all of that stuff. We're going to learn about all of that stuff in the future. This is just to show you guys step by step. You know, you don't want to just jump into the market and expect you know everything. We're going to take it piece by piece, and then that's when we put it all together so you can actually start making the money, right? So basically, we have different time frames, right? We have the 1 day time frame, the daily time frame I was telling y'all about, and we have it goes all the way up to a monthly perspective. So this chart right here, is basically showing us how much the price has moved in a month. You know what I'm saying? It may not, like, once you start reading how to read these charts, it'll start making sense. But on the larger time frames, the moves will look a lot more small, only because the range is bigger. The spread is way more bigger on these time frames for the monthly. So that's why it may look like this price is, like, when you start reading about it, it doesn't look like a lot. But once you start going down on the time frames, like we go into the daily time frame, the candles will start looking a bit more large. You know what I'm saying? Just because the spread is starting to collapse in on itself. So this is the daily. You have the 4-hour time frame. Each of these individual candles took 4 hours to form. So this candle took 4 hours. This candle took 4 hours. Like, this candle started at 5 o'clock. This candle started at 9, and so forth and so forth. So on and so forth. You have the hourly candles. These candles right here. So when we talking about bears, I'm gonna show y'all about those bears and bulls, right? So right here, if we were to start price, this is the 10th of June, right? If we were to start price from right here in the market to, like, right here, from that point on, we had a lot of bears in the market. And how do we know this? Well, if we remember, bears are sales, right? Bears are sales. So let me see if I can box this up for y'all. I'm gonna try to box this up for y'all. Let's see. Let me see. I'm trying to box this off. So from right here, I know this is these numbers are weird, but just try not to pay attention to that. This is just for explanation purposes. But this from here to here, this is where bears are in the market, because we see a lot of sales. We see a lot of sales happening. So this is where we see bears entering the market, because the basic rule of trading is buy high, sell low. I'm pretty sure you guys have heard of that concept. The basic rule of trading is buy high, sell low. So we got to a high point. So this is where our bears started to enter the market, because they see that we have this high price and we want to drop down. So whenever we get this high level, that's when you typically want to look for the bears to start entering. And when you get down here into a low point, that's when you start looking for the bulls to enter the market, right? Because and currently bulls are in the market right now. This is a current. Let's see if I can change this up for y'all. I'm gonna change this color to blue. So right here, bulls are starting to be into the market, right? Because we see that the prices is starting to go up. So bulls are currently in this market right now. As you guys start studying, you'll start learning more about how to read where price is
and whether or not you want to take a sell or a buy.
But it all starts with the fundamentals first. You don't want to just jump into anything without learning. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't jump into a car not knowing how to change the gears, or, you know what I'm saying, use your steering wheel. You have to learn those things as you go. So as you start learning everything, it'll start making more sense, if that makes sense, right? So y'all just, just start studying, taking these notes down, because I promise you, we get into a bag this year, for real. It's just, you have to do the education so you can really understand what's going on. And that's why I'm making these videos, so I can teach y'all what's going on. You know what I mean? I'm still learning as a trader. I'm not a $1 million man yet, but I'm definitely on the way. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely on the way. Like, I have goals set for myself that I planned out, and I will meet my goals. It's just that, everything is a process. Everything is a process. You have to trust the process. And at the end of the day, if you trust in your process, then you trust in your plans, you trust in yourself, then it's no reason that you shouldn't be a millionaire in this market. Because I wouldn't say I know people personally that's millionaires, but I know people personally that's made a lot of money every single day. Type, you know what I'm saying? Like, every day these people are making money. It's plenty folks in my group that are just getting to a crazy bag. I'm in a trading group, and all we do is get money. I'm trying to tell y'all. So y'all better tap in. Because we get into a bag. We are definitely getting into a bag. And that's basically the end of this video. My next video, I will be showing you guys a little bit more about these Forex markets and just what's going on and how to make money in the Forex market. So make sure you guys are liking my videos, asking any questions. Make sure you guys get active in the comments. I want you guys to leave any questions you had about the video, anything you want to learn. Tag, leave a comment in the comment section, and make sure you guys subscribe. I need y'all to subscribe so I can keep these videos going. You know what I'm saying? So, it's your boy Jai. I'm out. Appreciate y'all for watching.